Greetings of the day, class. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is verbs. But before starting verbs, I must say you what is a sentence, because for writing a sentence or any sentence, a verb is very necessary. So, I will say you what is a sentence. We all know that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense or meaningful sense. A sentence equals to subject plus verb plus object. So you can see that how the verb plays an important role. Now I will say what is a verb. A verb is a word that describes the action, an event, or a state of being. In short, we can say that a verb is an action word. You can see the examples I have written. The first example being, he lifted the weight effortlessly. What did he do? He lifted the weight. So the action is lifted, lifting the weight. Next, he donated money to the PM Care Funds. So what did he do? He donated the money. So the action is donating the money. So donated and lifted, these two are the verbs in these two sentences. A verb can be one word or more than one word. You can see the examples I've written. He reads a book. So reads is a verb here. Next, he is reading a book. Is reading is a verb here. And he has been reading a book for an hour. So has been reading. If I say he will have been reading a book for an hour, then will have been reading. We will always remember that verb comes after the subject. Verb can be classified into two more types. Two types, finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite verb is again divided into three more types, principal verb, linking verb and auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is again divided into two more types, that is primary auxiliary and modal auxiliary. Non-finite verbs are divided into three more categories, infinitive, gerund and participles. Today we are going to read about transitive and intransitive verb, which falls under the category of finite verb. So we must know what a finite verb is. A finite verb is the verb that changes its form according to the tense, present and past of the sentence, the number and the person of the subject. See the example I have given. He reads a book. So here, if you see, he reads a book, because the subject is he. So we have to write reads according to the subject-verb agreement that we have already laid earlier. I read a book. So the subject is I, so it will be according to that, I read a book. Now we see that kinds of verbs. Verbs are basically two types, transitive and intransitive. Transitive verbs are those verbs which require an object to complete their meaning. See, I have given some examples. Virat Kohli plays cricket. So, what do Virat Kohli play? Cricket. I give him a gift. What do I give him? A gift. So, here gift is the object. Sindhu won a silver medal. What did Sindhu win? A silver medal. So here silver medal is the object. So as I've already said you that transitive verbs require an object, then only it can complete their meaning. If I just say Virat Kohli plays, is it correct? An object is needed, isn't it? What does he play? Cricket. I gave him. What did I give him? A gift. Sindhu won. What? Silver medal. So an object is needed to complete their meaning. Now what is an object? The object of the verb is the person or thing to or for whom something is done. As you can see that I have given some example. The chef cooked delicious pastas for the guest. Cooked. Here, cooked is the verb. What did he cook? Delicious pastas. So the thing is pasta. For whom? If I say for the guest. I have written the guest in italics, you can see. So the guests. So it is indirect object. Direct object is delicious pastas. I will come later on to the classification as well. Shoaib threw the ball. What did Shoaib throw? The ball. So here ball is the object. Now the object can be divided into two types. One is the direct object. The other is the indirect object. What is a direct object? The direct object answers the question what in relation to the verb. And the indirect object answers the question to or for whom in relation to the verb. We can remember in short like this that the direct object stands for non-living thing and indirect object for living thing. We can also remember like this way in short. As you can see the example, Adil gave Arish a pen. Adil gave what? A pen. So here a pen is the direct object. And to whom did Adil give the pen? To Arish. So here Arish is the indirect object. So as you can see the pen, what it is? A non-living thing, and indirect Arish is a human being, so it's a living thing. So you can remember in this way also direct and indirect object. As I have said you that Adil gave Arish a pen, the example. So when we ask the question, Adil give what? The answer is pen. Hence the pen is the direct object of the verb give. And when we ask the question, Adil give the pen to whom? The answer is Arish. Hence, Arish is the indirect object of the verb give. Clear? Now, we will see what is an intransitive verb. Intransitive verbs are those verbs which do not require an object to complete their meaning. As you can see the examples, the birds are chirping. Is there any object? No. So, it completes the meaning without an object. The child sleeps all day. Sleeps. Sleeps is the verb here. It's an intransitive verb because it does not have any object. So, an intransitive verb is a verb that doesn't require any object to complete their meaning. So, here are chirping and sleeps. These two are examples of intransitive verbs. So, let's summarize. Verbs can be transitive or intransitive. Transitive verbs needs an object to complete their meaning. Intransitive verbs do not need an object to complete their meaning. Transitive verbs can have two objects, direct and indirect. That's all for the day. Tomorrow we will be reading further topics of verb, that is the verb patterns. Thank you children. Have a good day ahead.